What's up, Want a Coffee fam? We're back with your favorite hosts, Christian and Tabby. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Want a Coffee. We are not your hosts. I am Kai, and this is Kirk, and we are the producers of the show Want a Coffee. Tabby and Christian, unfortunately, were not able to be with us this time. But we are your hosts for today. Today's lovely topic is Brittany Grenier. I don't think a lot of people know who that is, but she is a WNBA player, and she plays in Russia, and she is currently in jail. She has been in jail, I think, now for the past 30 days. Oh, no, not even 30 days. I think it's almost been 2 months now, while the Ukraine invasion is going on. And I feel as though the Russian government is holding her as collateral a little bit. She is in jail for possession of marijuana pens, I think, and some kind of marijuana paraphernalia. I don't think they actually found weed or marijuana on her, but they have some kind of marijuana, like oil, stuff like that. Shit that's basically not allowed in Russia. Understandably so. You get in trouble. Just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you should get away with things. That's number one. Is she a celebrity? I don't know. But what I meant to say, I think, then is that just because you're a star athlete doesn't mean you should be able to get away with things. And let me just say, this lady gets paid a lot of money. She gets paid more than most of the WNBA players in America currently get paid. She is like number one in Russia for the WNBA, for the Russian team. So they pay her a lot of money. And she's been living there and doing her thing and killing it. But has gotten in trouble and currently got in trouble for this and has been in jail. And her lawyers are obviously working with her, but she has currently pleaded not guilty to having. I don't know why she pleaded not guilty. I don't understand.
That's interesting. I didn't know that she put in a plea.
Yeah, of not guilty.
Yeah.
So maybe I didn't look further into it, but maybe what they're accusing her of, she's saying no. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting because
that's hard to deny that, because she did have it. She, the reports were she did have the pens which had the oil in it, which, it's hard to dispute that. But I'm sure she's got reasons to dispute it. Yeah.
And additionally, I don't know. I just don't feel that for any other athlete, this might be that big of a deal if you're giving so much to a particular country, like that you're like affiliated. Like she's their star in Russia. She's their star. She's not working against them.
Yeah, she's playing for a club basketball in Russia, for a club team in Russia, and
she's playing for a club team.
Yeah, so she doesn't play for Russia. She's not Russian. She's American.
Yeah.
So she's playing for a club team in Russia. That's why she's there, to earn money playing professionally.
She's in the WNBA.
She's in the WNBA, but
what do you mean she's playing for a club?
That's another club. So she plays in two leagues. She plays in a Russian league and the American league, which is a WNBA.
What does Joel Embiid do?
Just the NBA. He just plays the NBA, but the WNBA doesn't pay much. So what happens is it's very common for the women players to go play in Europe or Russia and earn big money in the off time. When they're off in America, they go and play in Europe to earn more money. So they earn millions of dollars.
Yeah, I know that, but
yeah, but it's a league.
Out with the club.
So I'm saying like she just plays for a club. Like she's not playing for Russia. They don't care about her like that. She's just
not playing for Russia.
No, she's not Russian.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Joel Embiid is not American.
She's not playing, but Joel Embiid doesn't play for America. He plays for
Cameroon. For America.
No, he's not playing for America. It's just a club team.
You're all right. So
the NBA is just club.
For you, the 76ers is a club team?
Correct. It's not an American. It's just
okay.
a club.
All right, fine. Whatever. Sorry. Issues of semantics here.
It's not the national team. It's not the American team.
Anyway, all right, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Club. I don't know. The way you're reducing
Team USA.
it, yeah, to me, the way you're reducing it, I realize now is an issue of semantics. It's just words. The way you're reducing it and saying, like, oh, she's just playing for a club makes it sound like she's playing fucking intramural sports. Like she's not over there fucking playing like dodgeball for fucking Peters and wool, Peters and sheepskin. Like she's fucking over there fucking playing for them.
Against other athletes from all over the world, Russians mainly.
Whatever. She's in Russia playing for them.
She's in Russia. So I'm just saying they've got no allegiance to her. And I agree with what you said earlier. They're using her as a pawn. So they're using her as collateral because it happened when the war just started in Ukraine. And they're using her as collateral to try and use to get other spies out just to have as leverage. So which is really sad because it'll be really tough on her there. You wouldn't want to be over there, Russian prison, while this is going on as American. It's not a cool thing. So
it's been interesting because I've been wondering why there hasn't been a lot of coverage about it.
There's been hardly anything, huh?
And again, this goes back to the topic I sort of was talking about when I said, Black women are usually like overlooked, they're usually the brunt of jokes, or all those things, like we just forget about them. Like they're just going to take it type of thing. I thought to myself, wow, like if she was like a white NBA player, might we be looking at her a little bit differently? If she was an NBA player, would we look at her a little bit differently? If she was a white NBA player, I'm sure we would be looking at her.
If she was heterosexual, if she was
heterosexual. I mean, yeah. As far as I understand, most of the WNBA players are not heterosexual. I don't know that as a fact, but I thought I believe I've read something like that. I don't know anyway, but yeah, there are all sorts of like interesting factors where I was like, maybe if she was like this, like that, whatever, she might be getting more press coverage over this. Like we might have the fucking president of the United States intervene or interject as Trump did for so many of those other athletes who were getting, athletes and entertainers who were getting all these like, crazy charges and things like that. Like, I don't know. So, but something came out recently. One of the like seriously famous WNBA players, I forgot her full name, but is no longer in the league anymore. She retired, said that we were told that we should not make any sort of big fuss about Britney right now in efforts not to attract attention so that she has more opportunity to be let go sooner.
Yeah.
And that's apparently been a tactic. So a lot of these, and I thought that was really interesting because it's like, yeah, we do have to be it just sounds like we got to be like careful that we don't create a stir, because if we do create a stir, maybe they will make it even longer. Maybe they will have her serve a real sentence.
It's a really good question with what you just said there with people getting like caught political prisoners, let's say. That's happens a lot in Asian countries at the moment, like China and Myanmar and all that stuff, where people get detained by governments being like spies and stuff, or on political grounds, and nothing gets done by the government. And like here in Australia, a lot of Australians, and nothing gets done by the government. And they're saying, it was just what you said, they're like, actually, we're doing stuff, but on a very low key level. And we don't want it public because it's all about face. We want that country to save face so they can let it go and they still have a strong image in the community. But if everyone makes a big hoo-ha out of it, then they have to keep it, or him. They have to keep that person to show the world that they're strong and they're not going to succumb to demands of the other country. So it's really interesting that they all like to do it on this real hush-hush level, because they say, like you were saying, there's a higher chance of them being released sooner if it's kept on the low key, which I found really interesting. I was like, wow, actually that makes sense.
Mm.
But we all want to be like, kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
But the more we do that, it makes sense, the less likely they are to be released sooner.
Yeah.
Just sad.
I feel really bad because she just shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be there. I mean, it's weed. It's an oil pen. It's like and it was like a couple, like I think it was like 2 oil pens. This wasn't like, boxes of oil pens or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. It was like I just find it interesting that she's decided to say she was not guilty.
Maybe that goes in with the whole like trying to lengthen it out so she doesn't get sentenced, because if she pleads guilty, then they would sentence her and then she would have to do jail time. So maybe she's saying, okay, not guilty, to stretch out the court case and sentencing so that during that time period she can just be released through the back channels.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so it could be just strategy.
Yeah.
But it brings into a really good question, like the risk and rewards of working overseas, because all countries have different rules and regulations. Like when I was living in Dubai in the Middle East, and there's lots of rewards, but there was risks I was taking with all their laws, as in I wasn't doing anything illegal, but man, they you couldn't bring in what's the drug? Is it pseudoephedrine? The drug in like most painkillers. There's a drug in lots of painkillers that you buy over the counter that's illegal there, and if you had that on you, you go to jail straight away. You'd be in jail for weeks, maybe even months, for having a painkiller that you can get from the pharmacy here over the counter. So there's all these things that you got to be very aware of, and you can't go into things naively thinking that it's just like your country. Every country is very different, and you got to like do your due diligence, and you got to respect them.
Yeah.
For the day.
Yeah. And on that note, wonderful to be with you. Wonderful to chat with you, Kirk, as usual.
Same, Kai. Great chatting with you.
Thank you very much.
We hope that Brittany gets out very soon.
Yes, because it really is a travesty, damn it. It's a travesty. So we are thinking of you, Brittany, and I'm glad we were able to talk about it and bring a bit of attention to it, because I think it's important. I know that it's not supposed to be a good idea, but I would like to talk about it. But if you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you. Sorry. On the flip side, next week with your proper hosts. Take good care.
That's it for us, folks. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe at beartiger.productions or #WantACoffeePod. Oh my god, orange is not my new black.